All right, I wanted to show you how you can use decimals to find a regression model function for this data. So I've typed out all the data here, but I can't see it in decimals. Like it's not showing up in my graph. So if I squeeze this, I can probably finally start seeing some numbers. Well, I can't see any there. Oh, they're there. So there's some dots there. Now, right now I'm sort of having a hard time determining if it's a linear function or what kind of function it is. And I could try putting different functions at the bottom there. Another thing you can do, though, is if you go to this wrench up there, you can change your x values and your y values. And I just look at my x's and say I'm going from 24 to 120. So let's do that. Maybe I'll go a little early. So let's go from 20 to maybe 130. That'll be my x's. And then my y's, it looks like the smallest one's 9.4. So why don't we say 9? And the biggest one is like 12.7. So let's maybe go to 15. Okay, so hopefully that shows my data here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so when you look at the data now, that doesn't look like a linear function. It looks like it's a quadratic function, right? It's starting high and going low. And so it's important to know what function you have. For this particular question, at the top there I gave you the formula for a quadratic function. But for the test tomorrow, you might have to look at your data and then determine whether it's linear or whether it's quadratic. Okay, once I've determined, then at the bottom here I type out that function. So y1 tilde a x1 minus h, and then this is squared. Up there I didn't put a squared, that should have been up higher. Anyway, squared plus k. Okay, so now Decimals has plotted a function that they think matches those dots that are there as close as they can. So if I wanted to, I could then write the function. So they say model that with a function, so I need to write a function. So the function will be, where I'll write it. I'll write it right on top there. So it'll be y is equal to a, down here, 0.001. That's very small. So 0.0013 we'll call it. And then bracket, x minus, h here is 73 about, so 73 squared, and then plus k, and k is 9.17, call it. So that would be the function then that would define all those dots, or a path that approximates where those dots are. And then they said, according to the function, at what speed will you have the best gas mileage? So the best gas mileage is going to be the point at the very bottom there, the vertex. So I'll tap on that vertex. So at a speed of 73 kilometers an hour, my gas mileage is 9.173 liters for 100 kilometers. So that's, if I go 73 kilometers an hour, according to this data, I'm going to get the best gas mileage. Now, other questions I could have asked would be something like, well, what is your gas mileage if you go 130? Let's try that. And so what I can do is 130 would be an x value. So in here, I could type x equals 130. Now I get a line over there, and let me get rid of some of the writing I did there. Okay, so at that point where the red line crosses my parabola, I can tap there. So if I travel 130 kilometers an hour, my gas mileage is going to be 13. Another question I could ask is I could say, well, at what speed would my mileage be 10? So in this case, I'm looking for a y value. Oops. a y value to be 10. So down here, I'm going to type y is equal to 10. Y is equal to 10. There we go. So I have another line, and it crosses right there. So if I go 47 kilometers an hour, 48 kilometers an hour, I'll get a mileage of 10 liters per 100 kilometers. And over here, I can tap there too. And so if I go 98, I'll also have a mileage of 10. Okay, hopefully that helps you in using Desmos to answer some questions about some data.